Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're unpacking one of the most fascinating and sometimes controversial ideas in the sociology of education, labeling and how it affects educational achievement. Let's get into it. What is labeling? Labeling happens when teachers, counselors, or other school staff attach a fixed judgment to a student, often based on appearance, background, or behavior. The scary part? These labels can stick and shape a student's whole educational journey. One of the earliest studies on this was by Rist, who looked at an American kindergarten. By day 8 of the school year, children were already divided into 3 tables: the more able group, the less able group, and another group in between. And here's the kicker: these judgments were mostly based on social background and appearance, not ability. Waterhouse studied for primary and secondary schools and found that once a label is given, it can become a pivotal identity, a core idea teachers use to interpret almost everything a student does. So once you're seen as bright or troublesome, it colors how your behavior is understood, for better or worse. Bell found that teacher expectations varied between ability bands. Different bands were not only taught differently but also encouraged to follow different career paths. This even happened in mixed ability groupings, showing how subtle but powerful labeling can be. Ketty, Large London Comprehensive. Ketty discovered that even when schools claimed all streams got the same material, teachers adapted their teaching based on which stream they were in. What counted as important knowledge was socially constructed during classroom interactions, meaning who you're teaching can change what and how you teach. Effects of labeling. Ciccarel and Kitsus looked at school counselors and found their advice to students depended on things like appearance, manners, and parental background. This can trigger a self-fulfilling prophecy where students live up or down to the expectations set for them. If you're seen as a success, you might get extra support. If you're seen as a failure, opportunities can be quietly closed off. Here's a famous one. Rosenthal and Jacobson randomly selected 20% of students and told teachers these kids were expected to show remarkable intellectual growth. Guess what? Those students actually did improve, showing how powerful teacher expectations can be. But the story isn't as straightforward as it seems. Rosenthal and Jacobson's research methods have faced criticism for issues such as small sample sizes, lack of replication, and questions about how accurately their IQ tests measured intelligence. Labeling is not always a life sentence; its effects can be challenged and even reversed. For instance, Margaret Fuller's study of black girls in a London comprehensive school revealed that instead of accepting negative teacher labels, the students channeled them into determination. They worked even harder to prove teachers wrong, turning stigma into a source of motivation. It's also important to recognize that modern teaching practices are very different from those of the 1960s. Today's teachers are typically well-trained, monitored, and operate within an aspirational and inclusive educational culture where overt labeling or discrimination would be challenged by both institutions and society. So, labeling can absolutely influence achievement, but it's not always a simple cause and effect. It's about how labels interact with personality, resilience, and the wider school environment. What do you think? Have you ever seen labeling happen in a classroom? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more A-Level Sociology explained in plain English.